The U.S.'s longest war is over. The Pentagon says the last American troops have been flown out of Afghanistan after a 20-year mission. The departure follows 2 weeks of chaotic and desperate scenes in and around Kabul airport as thousands of foreign nationals and Afghan citizens tried to flee. The Taliban have now proclaimed Afghanistan's full independence.
This time, the gunfire heard over Kabul was different. With the American troops gone, people began celebrating their departure. The U.S. military worked all day Monday for the final withdrawal. It was 1 minute before midnight that the last plane took off. On August 31st, America's longest war drew to a close.
A new chapter of America's engagement with Afghanistan has begun. It's one in which we will lead with our diplomacy. The military mission is over. A new diplomatic mission has begun.
Because of security concerns, Secretary of State Blinken said the U.S. Embassy in Kabul will stay vacant and its diplomats will work from Qatar. It was also security concerns and a successful attack on Kabul airport why the U.S. government rushed to meet the deadline at a cost.
Look, there's a lot of heartbreak associated with this departure. We did not get everybody out that we wanted to get out. But I think if we'd stayed another 10 days, Louis, we wouldn't have gotten everybody out that we wanted to get out. And there still would have been people who would have been disappointed with it.
To those who were left behind, Secretary Blinken made a promise.
More than half the world's countries have joined us in insisting that the Taliban let people travel outside Afghanistan freely. As of today, more than 100 countries have said that they expect the Taliban to honor travel authorizations by our countries. We will hold the Taliban to their commitment on freedom of movement for foreign nationals, visa holders, at-risk Afghans.
The Taliban said on Twitter, after the Americans left, Afghanistan gained full independence.
Let's cross to Kabul now, where journalist Franz Marty is standing by. Franz, after 20 years, the last American soldier has now left Afghanistan. Is there a sense of change in Kabul this morning?
Not that much. Yesterday night, there was like celebratory gunfire, as I've never heard it before. But this was, of course, of the Taliban forces in the city. Other people were like rather wary, or someone told me that his children were like afraid of the celebratory gunfire. I was just in the city center. It looks more or less normal. Not that many people on the street, but shops are open. There was no sense of like as jubilant sense. People were like normally going about their work. Some told me that they are worried because like business is bad. No one buys anything, no one sells anything. Refugees are still camping out in the park. So there wasn't like a scene of celebration today in the morning in the city center.
There had been desperate scenes, of course, at Kabul airport. Are the Taliban now in control there? Is the airport still operational?
The Taliban have entered the airport. They're like and posted like many videos on social media of their forces inside the airport. Some Taliban also made brief statements in the airport. One Taliban official told local channel Tolo News that they have prepared for this, that they will be able to run the airport. However, at the moment, this can't be assessed completely. Plus, the Taliban themselves can't like run air control and everything that is needed to operate an airport, but there are reports that they will get support from Qatar and Turkey to again make the airport operational. When this will be the case remains to be seen.
What about foreign nationals, Franz, who still want to leave the country? Will they be able to get out? Are they in danger?
The Taliban have several times assured that people with the right travel documents are allowed to depart the country. Of course, now you have the problem there are like no international flights from Kabul airport or any other airport. Land border crossings are like only partly open. For foreign national passport holders should be possible to like get over land border crossings. But this is like, so far everyone tried to get on evacuation flights from Kabul airport, and now it remains to be seen how difficult or easy the Taliban will make it for people to leave.
This is a momentous occasion for the Taliban. They have declared now that Afghanistan is independent. What can we expect from the Taliban in the coming days?
It is really hard to say. The Taliban have, not only since they took over Kabul already before, they've always been vague about what they exactly want to do. They always repeat that they want an Islamic system, meaning that the constitution of the former or like current Islamic Republic of Afghanistan was not Islamic enough. So they certainly want to change a lot. But how exactly they will go about it, how they will do this, is still unclear. Several reports suggested that they might deliberately have wanted to make a clear announcement until the last American forces left. So it can be expected that within the next days, or maybe even today, they will announce something and give more clarity. But so far, they have really not said much what they want to do.
Franz, thank you very much. That was journalist Franz Marti in Kabul.